Inside the Clip is all about us talking about the week that was and the news that comes out and anything that relates to us being Pacifinder here and living in New Zealand or what. But it's funny to start off with the sports topic because the Super Bowl was on Monday. And if you're a football fan, or even if you're a sports fan, and you took time off work to stay home and watch the game or go have an event where you have a barbecue at your mate's house or go out to the bars, Monday, Super Bowl in New Zealand is a thing. And I think it's growing. I think it's growing every year. I think the more hype around NFL football that comes through social media and everything like that, just gets people excited to be a part of the event. Because it is a big event in the States, and it's going around the world. So I think it's growing here in Auckland, in New Zealand. I think NFL and American football isn't a stranger to Pacific Islanders because we love that. We love any type of contact sport, like that's why we love rugby league. We love the sport of boxing. Anything that's full contact, we're into that sort of thing. So, and that's why you see a lot of Islanders playing in the NFL. A lot of American Samoans, a lot of Samoans in the NFL, A lot of Islanders. There's a lot of Tongans in there too, So it's a sport that, we can, as Pacific Islanders, we can relate to. And I think that's just a background around what the Super Bowl means to Pacific Islanders, man. But man, it wasn't only that, man. There was a lot of other things. Like there was the halftime show with Usher, put on a performance. And if you get into the music side of things, I think a lot of people that are into music, if you're not a sports fan but you're a music fan, you were drawn into the Super Bowl every year because of the halftime show. Halftime show is famous for these big budget, big extravaganza performances by artists. Last year we had Rihanna. The year before that we had Dr. Dre and Snoop coming back. This year we had Usher and special guest Alicia Keys that showed up. It was a big deal, man. It was a big deal. It's a big deal in music when it comes to the halftime show, and even though it's got nothing to do with sports, it's a big part of sports. And I think that's why even if you're not a sports fan, but you are a music fan, man, you're gonna watch the halftime show, man. So I've got some more thoughts on that, but I'm trying to get your thoughts on Super Bowl on Monday. Where were you and the hype around it?
Oh, I'm surprised there because like when I think about like it's not a oh shit, now I gotta wake up for it. If I wake up and I catch it, I catch it. But I always try and catch the halftime show. But I happened to get up early enough to watch the whole game. Yeah, but I thought a little bit of it felt like, damn, like felt like watching the World Cup, the World Cup rugby final. Some of those, just some certain plays, the just the basic fundamentals of the game, like don't try and feel poco and scoop it. They say kill the ball. Kill the ball means like fucking put the ball away, like literally don't just try and feel poco one handed. Kill the ball, so the game stops. Stuff like that, man. But no, it's amazing. It's amazing that I don't know, because what I remember big about this game, if I think about watching the aftermath of it, of the result, is seeing how many TVs in the States that had come up on the reels of all the 49er fans fucking like laying at the TV. Because it was one of those games, It's definitely one of those games, bro. Because even when I watched it, and I was like, bro, like, fuck, put the game out. But just little things was happening. Then it started to feel like, bro, is there someone like pulling the strings to this game, bro? Because this is right at the wire, and bro, for the Chiefs to go out and pull something out of their ass, bro, and Kansas City's like there again. It's like, damn. I don't think anyone would have scripted that, especially going to the extra long final, like the extra time. But I thought it was nail biting, But if I was a Niners fan, bro, I would have been like, if I got all these windows along my house, would have been smashed, bro. I couldn't, Especially to come so close,
Well, you pointed to two things that, were on social media a lot after the game. And those two things you just spoke of was, yes, the 49er fan reaction. You think how many busted TVs there are around
Oh,
America?
bro.
You know how many?
No.
And man, and you know what I was thinking? I saw a lot of social media posts with people smashing their TVs, saying, "Oh, come man, TVs must be $10 over there," because people buying, people
Oh, yeah.
smashing TVs like it's just buying a a loaf of bread from the store, man.
And you can see the genuine, like, feel of the moment too, because for them to go and record the last plays, like, hey, this is it, man. This is us. Hey. And then all of a sudden the knock on. And then it's like, hey, fuck, they got the ball back. That's enough to make me go, what the fuck? And then pause that raw recording, and then play the game from the last down. You know what I mean? And then they can run it in.
Mm.
Bro, I crack up, bro, because it's like, I would feel the same, dude. I would feel the same.
Yeah,
That was my
but
team.
well, that's just the sports passion, eh?
Yeah.
That's just the passion.
But I
It
liked
was
it. Like, there was one Mexican one that I watched, a Mexican family, and as soon as they ran it in, the quarterback was clear, and he just found the runner, chucked it in, and he pretty much just walked it off, bro. The first dude got up, gonged his whangu, then he grabbed the TV, then you just see all the family, fucking all the Niners, fucking just all stomping the TV, bro. Like the whole house. I was like, shocked. But there was literally no one, like, you know how, like, people have, oh yeah, we're going for this team, you're going for that team, but not the whole house was all fucking 49ers fans, all of them just burst off at the game.
Yeah,
Like, still so upset.
yeah, no, yeah. That was funny to see on social media. The other thing you spoke of was the controversy around the NRL. It was rigged. NRL was rigged, and that's happened. You know, this happens every year. Like the narrative of NFL is rigged comes out every year, and it's because if you know the game and you watch the game and you look how when the refs throw the flags for a penalty, they are penalizing like the littlest things,
Yeah.
and you know it might not be, and you and it's around them, it's around people thinking you just threw the flag just because you want the other team to win. You can pick anything out of a play. You can pick anything out of the play to give them a penalty. Or you don't say nothing, so don't give them a penalty.
Yeah, oh boy. Well, it goes to show like two different calls. Like the holding, they let the play go, but then there was someone fully like fucking blocking the runner fully from trying to escape, and they're not calling it. It's like, oh shit. But I mean, the game's live, though. You know what I mean? The game's live, so it's yeah, bro. But it does make you wonder though when you watch some of the replay, because like there's enough time there to be like, hey, this guy can overtalk. But I mean, that's the whole point of having all the challenge and having the extra people review it. But if you're watching that live, bro, your first initial thought is like, what the fuck?
It's hard. It's probably a hard game to officiate, or maybe it's not a hard game, but it's a hard game to believe the refs because every play gets analyzed. Because there's free refs, man. There's free refs.
But that's what I'm saying, because we're at home, we're watching it from home. So they're only gonna show something or try not to show what actually happened. You know what I mean? They're gonna give us all the angles that makes it look like the call was okay. Yeah, he's made the call. Like that's what they. Yeah, it's like TV is just. It's like you see it sometimes on the NRL too. Like they go, oh yeah, he's obviously pulled the player back. They will show every other angle except for the one where he's holding him back by the jersey. It's like, it's like fuck.
If you're a Warriors fan, you probably understand. But
no, wait, what's I got that on lock, bro? The knock on bunker, fuck.
But you know, this game had a lot riding for media to pounce on, like the whole Taylor Swift thing and Travis Kelce. You know, the whole thing about Niners, like Niners is an American team because everyone hates Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. And even the whole everyone. I remember there was a thing that came out of the American media when, do men hate Taylor Swift? Do men hate women? Like the men that were people that are complaining about Taylor Swift being shown on the TV screens and all that. But when I thought about it, it's like it's the cameraman. Like Taylor Swift is not asking for her to be shown.
Yeah.
Like she's up in the sky, up in the stands, in the box, man. She's in the box, like behind people. You know, the cameraman has to know where that box is first and know she's there and like zoom in on there.
Yeah.
You know, to catch her every time. So
But you know what? If you seen, I posted that she was like, I know we spoke about it last week, and like, but the same thing, her just appearing every time, like
Yeah,
the Kansas were like, and with a goal or her partners made a play. We gotta remember, bro, the boyfriend is the one who chased her, right? And she just happens to be a fan of the game, and
yeah.
obviously she knows who he is, so she follows it. But I'm being like, yeah, Jay Z went on about Beyonce and her, and like trying to discredit some of the other artists. But you gotta remember, Super Bowl win, what was that, Monday here? Just on Wednesday, fucking she sold out a fucking stadium at the MCG in Australia, 100,000 people.
Mm.
That's putting in the work, man. You know what I mean?
That's putting in the work,
We
man.
watch it on TV, and if you were drinking enough on Monday, you'd wake up, but yeah, still on hungover. Bro, there's a couple of times she's drinking, like she's trying to the beer, and people were like hating on her, like, "Oh man, it's a bad example for all your fans." It's like, bro, this lady cannot win, but she's putting in the work, It's like,
Yeah, yeah. I think she
that's
flew
like,
from Japan to be at the Super Bowl. She just came
look
off
at
the
that,
plane
man.
from a
But
concert
that's
in
putting in
Japan
the
or
work.
something.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, bro, everyone's got a thing to say about her, but you can't discredit her, man. She's like putting in the work, man.
Now we come to the halftime show. And, I think the past three Super Bowls halftime. I think
Been good, eh?
ever since the Dr. Dre one, and Snoop.
Yeah.
I think since then people been tuning in for Super Bowl halftime show, man, and they have been good, man. It's funny because I watched the Usher one. I thought the first half of Usher, I thought, man, this is not as good as Rihanna's. And then I watched the second half of Usher. And, oh wow, this is up there with Rihanna, because Rihanna's one
Oh,
was
yeah.
good, man. Dr. Dre's one was excellent, but I remember Rihanna's one because she was up in the sky. I remember coming
Yeah.
down on these platforms, levitated in the sky, which was amazing. But the second half to the Usher performance, man, that was amazing. Like the roller skating part
Yeah.
and the
Because
band
he's done,
playing.
because he had Will I Am come out as well, eh?
Will I Am came out. He had
Yeah.
a Ludacris come out. Little John
Yeah.
was there. Special guest Alicia Keys was there, which caused a whole lot of frenzy in social media. Everyone thought like, "Oh, what's Will Speed's gonna think?"
Man.
Like,
All
man,
she just made me close
holding
my
his.
eyes, and that was me holding the shikis like that, bro. I didn't care. I'm married. What? So what? That was me. I was jealous, bro. I was jealous. I was jealous for some speech as well, man. But at the same time, hey, keep it professional, man.
But you know what I thought would be more amazing to actually watch them set up the halftime show. And
Oh
watch them
yeah,
take it all down. Because this is all the stuff, all the shit you see halftime show is on the
yeah,
field
yeah,
where the
yeah,
players are
yeah,
playing. And if you think about setting up the band equipment, setting up the platforms, putting
yeah,
power to it, how do you know which plug to put the power in?
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
everything's pre-planned, eh? And I don't know,
Yeah.
I bet you like hundreds of people set it up in one time. So you just run on the field with your one thing to do, one screw, and that's it. Run off because I can't see any other way of the time
Yeah.
management
The whole
of
logistics
putting
of the
that
whole
together.
setup would be, yeah. To be honest, like the first ever Super Bowl halftime I ever saw was the Black Eyed Peas one. That's ages ago. But to me, because that was the first one, and then I've seen other ones. Like I watched it again last night, like just to compare. But I still think, and because for me, like the music was more, like I think I was more Black Eyed Peas than sort of Usher's list of songs that he chose to sing. You know what I mean? I thought the Black Eyed Peas ones was better, eh? But then, you gotta give credit, man, because in my head, the most iconic song that he could sing would be his Yeah song. And then he did get Little John and that to come out. So like for him to have Ludacris and all those guys, Will I Am and that was massive. But he didn't sing one of the songs that I thought he was gonna sing. Is that Daddy's Home? Like I was waiting for him to drop that. Like if he had sung that, man, they would have just made the. I reckon they would have made him, yeah, iconic as Rihanna's one, eh? Because Rihanna still holds the record, for the most views halftime. So no, it was good. It was good. I did feel like technically the sound was a bit off just at the beginning, but then near the back half of it was good. It's
I
the
forgot.
man, eh?
The Weekend was one of the Super Bowls. I think last year. I think Super Bowl last year. The Rihanna before that. Yeah, The Weekend. Nah, man, it's been good. Man, I love the whole event. And
Yeah,
this is something Australia copies of the NRL Grand Final. They have a Australian
yeah,
band playing the halftime. They have a halftime show, at
yeah,
NRL Grand Final. It's not as spectacular, but it's something. It's but the whole hype around the NRL Grand Final, like you have NRL Grand Final week, where the players do promotions and the team does promotions and all that leading up to the game. And I think in NFL they have a couple of weeks off to do promotions and get ready for the Super Bowl. Try to get rid of injuries. If you got a niggling injury, you got 2 weeks to recover before the big game.
Yeah.
So which is pretty cool.
But it's a lot of cash injection, eh? Like, and because did you see that Beyonce? She had an ad. She had an ad. I forgot how much it cost to do an ad for the halftime, but like she dropped her ad so she could during Super Bowl and attached it to her dropping 2 new songs on Spotify as well.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, like it had been a while since she had created anything new, but I think the ad was pretty much, if you think about it, how many people are watching the adverts during the halftime, and whenever there is a break, man, that's smart, eh? Like smart on her behalf, because so many people will be watching it, and then for her to drop her 2 songs.
Yeah,
I heard a snippet of them.
It's marketed well, Super Bowl, like
Yeah, bro.
like well, every the ads that show during the game, expensive, in the millions,
Yeah,
and it's always famous for first time ads coming on,
Yeah,
and the ads are talked about too. And even movie releases, the trailers to movies, they spend a lot to put them on there. It's pretty much like I think it was over 100 million people in America watching the Super Bowl,
yeah,
which was more than the moon landings,
yeah.
which is an amazing stat.
I was surprised at the amount of views, like I think, because I remember looking over the stat of the most viewed halftime show, and Rihanna's got the most. It was like 117 mil or billion views. But like, if you think about it, like, man, that's like if you're an artist, right, and you haven't been busy, because the artist gets like, I think Apple pays like $7 million for them to go into doing the show, but the artist will do it for free. But the amount of views and streams and following that, if you didn't know the artist that performed at halftime, you would know if you're watching the Super Bowl. So like, yeah, that's real smart. Just to be nominated to be able to perform for the halftime show.
I wonder if Taylor Swift's gonna get a halftime show gig.
Oh, bro. I watched even like Katy Perry's one, bro, and like just comparing it to Usher's one, it's like, well, that stink. But I remember watching Katy Perry's at the time, being, oh, that's pretty good. But then, yeah, when I watched the Black Eyed Peas ones, because of just the genre of music at the time was sort of house and club music, it's just like, bro, this one's mean. And it was simple because of it wasn't so much the choreography, but it was the light show, because they had everyone wearing like glow in the dark suits, like in that. Like, I love that sort of stuff. Like, it reminds me of the clubs, the nightclubs, with the light shows and stuff.
Yeah, man, it's good. Yeah, man, the Super Bowl is always a big event in America when it comes to football, and I like it because it's a hyped up event, and I like that sort of thing. I like, as a sports fan, you want your sports to be hyped like that, and I'm a little jealous that rugby ain't like that, or in New Zealand, can you imagine if we had the same kind of
Energy.
attitude here?
Holy shit.
Man, shit. There'll be mad fans around, There'll be things on for people. There'll be bars with special supporters bars and that. Like, I'm gonna go to a bar with a jersey and it's like, this tonight's special, since the game's on, if the Blues win, you half price drinks, that sort of thing. Or if you wear a jersey to the bar, your drinks are half price.